Hello and welcome to a video tutorial of Sociablitz. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can work with the Projects tab. The Projects tabs allows you to add all of the content and details that you would like to post to your social accounts when working with the Post Manager. So let's start off by looking and seeing exactly how this works. So with this, you have three options: General Projects, Twitter Projects, and Pinterest Projects. The reason we call it General Projects is because these are for blog posts. Twitter projects and Pinterest projects are actually a little bit more peculiar for those social accounts themselves. Okay, so with General Projects, this is mainly where you'll find everything to do with Tumblr at the moment. So all of your projects that you have for Tumblr, and then you have Twitter projects and Pinterest projects. So let's start off with a Tumblr projects first. So I've got a number of projects down here already for Twitter. You can see the tags, or you can see the name of the project. You can see the tags of the project that I have in here. You can see how many text posts I have, how many image posts I have, and how many video posts I have in here as well. Okay, so I'm going to click on Add Tumblr Project to start off fresh. I'm going to call this Test Tutorial, just to let me know what I'm doing with this. What I can do now is I can add text posts in here, I can add image posts in here, I can add video posts in here as well. And we have something down here which is a common section for URLs and tags. Now you can add one URL per line, and you can add tags separated by commas, and then tell the software how many tags you want to add with each post. So sometimes it might be a good idea to have these for each particular task. So you might have a project for Bitcoins, and then you might have a project for SEO, and you might have a project for weight loss, for example. You wouldn't have everything in one. If you did have everything in one, then you wouldn't make use of these sections down here, because it wouldn't make use for you. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So if you want to add a text post, you can add a title down here. So this is my title. Okay, spin syntax is supported as well, guys, and I'll show you how to work with that in a moment. You can even load an article, so just load a text file, guys, and that will automatically be added down here. Or you can load a folder of articles, so a folder with lots of, say, PLR articles inside of it, and the software will pull them all in here for you. Okay, so the body of the article, if I'm adding it manually, saying this is my body, this is a subheading, and let's just say, for example, this is the end. Okay, and what I can do now is, if I did have a URL down here, I don't know, let's say google.com, I can actually add a shortcode down here, say insert shortcode, and that will then be replaced with a URL down here. So you might have a bunch of URLs down here, and you want it to randomly select a URL, guys, because you don't always want to be posting the same link. If that was the scenario, then this is where you can use the link area and always have this randomly rotated for you. If you wanted to add it with a keyword, then you can add link with anchor and then replace this keyword with whatever keyword you want to add in there. Okay, once you're ready with this, you click on Save Post. When you've saved the post, as you can see, it's been saved down there. I can double click on this and I can see there's the post down here. I can clear it and add a new post down here if I want to. Okay, or I can just load it up again if I want. Clearing it just clears this field here, guys. It doesn't delete it, but you can always delete the post as well if you want by clicking the delete button as well. Okay, now I had this checked as is spinned. What this means is, okay, first thing I should mention is every post you add down here is going to be used once, and then it's going to be disposed of, or it's going to be sent over to the used folder, unless you check this checkbox down here saying it's spinned. If you check this checkbox, it's spinned, then you can repost the same post over and over again. It won't get disposed of. So the software is going to understand when it comes to this post, it's a spinned post, and is able to untangle that spin syntax and repost it multiple times. Okay, now let's go over to image posts. Inside of image posts, you can load images inside of here. You can add your captions in here as well. Let me give you an example of how this would work. So I'm going to click on load images. Okay, I don't actually have an image down here. Let's go over to the desktop. I've got a banners section down here, and I'll load that image in here. So that's been added down here. What I can do now is say this is my text. I really like it. Okay, I can click on save. When I double click this, as you can, oh, one thing I totally forgot to mention, guys, captions have to be added on one line, and I'm going to be showing you why in a moment. Okay, let's just delete this one more time, and let's go ahead. In fact, what I'll do, guys, I will load, okay, let me just load that image one more time and show you how we'll do it. Okay, this is my caption. And if you want to add a new line, you'd click here, new line shortcode. Okay, this is a new line, and I can add 2 line shortcodes. This is a double break, for example. Okay, I'll click on save, and when I open this up now, as you can see, the shortcodes has been changed over to all of them. As you can see, we've got an extra holding area up there, nothing over there. I'm going to delete that there. And one thing I should have mentioned as well, guys, is when you hover over this, you can actually see the image as well. Okay, so it allows you to quickly have a glance at what the image is and then go ahead and add the caption in there if you wanted to. Okay, let me show you something else on how you can do and how you can work with this as well. So load folder of images. Okay, so now I've got a folder of images. I'm going to open them up. They've all been added down here. I can do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's just say, for example, these were all different captions. Okay, and again, you can go ahead and add your short codes and say new line. You can add 2 line breaks and say again another one. Oops, sorry, I was on the wrong one there. Let me just make sure I get the right ones in there. It's times 2. Okay, and new one again. Okay, I can click on save post, and as you can see, they've all been saved down here. I hover over each one, I can see the images of each one as well. Okay, and when I actually click on it, so as you can see, this one was the one where I use the short codes. I can actually see the content in there as well. I'll click on this as well, guys. As you can see, the captions that I added in there were all added on 1 per line. Okay, I'm going to actually cancel out of here because I don't want to add that in there though. I'm going to go over to image again. I'm going to show you how you can work with load from CSV. Now this is probably my favorite way to actually work with this. Okay, so I'm going to click on sample file. When I open a sample file, it tells me I add the caption here. I then add my image URL here. I add my click-through link here. Okay, because with Tumblr, we can have a click-through link as well. So I've actually got this filled up, I believe. Let me have a look. Have I got Tumblr? Test Tumblr images. Okay, I actually tested this for Pinterest of this. Okay, so what I've done down here, I've got WP SERP fuel is awesome. Okay, I'll actually import this and then you can see it, can't you? You can see it better. Okay, so I'll click on save, 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 and save. Okay, so I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to click on load from CSV file. Let me just copy the location. Okay, and we've got test post for Tumblr, test Tumblr images. Okay, and as you can see, they've been added inside of there. Now, it might not make a lot of sense inside of here. Just click on save. The software knows what's happening. Okay, and as you can see, I can hover over them. I can actually see the images in there as well. I can double click on here and it says WP SERP fuel is awesome. And then it's got these little lines or arrows in there. Don't worry about them, guys. This is the software's going to recognize this. And then it's got the click-through link to google.com and it's got the click-through link to yahoo.com here. Now, none of this is really, well, it's going to be added as a click-through link, guys. So this is one thing that we need to keep in mind. I'll actually post this so I can show you how this works. So let's just do test images posts and I'll click on save. We'll actually go over to the post manager. We'll click on Tumblr. Okay, so we've got Tumblr down here. We've got a bunch of groups for Tumblr down here. In fact, what we'll do, we'll go to the new import one. So import Tumblr 2. This is the one that we imported. I'm going to click on this here. I'm going to select the project that I want to post. So it was Tumblr test project, I believe, and we want to post images. Let me just go back there and make sure that was the one. Okay, I think it was this one, wasn't it? Test image posts. Yeah, it was test image posts. So I don't want to go into the wrong one. So I'm going to go back here and we're going to go to test image posts. Okay, so so while we're here, let me just quickly explain how cool this is. So what you can do is you can actually select all of your groups to post to, for example, if you wanted to. And with every group, you can go into them and say, well, you know what, I want this group to work with this project and I want it to post text, make text posts. I want this one to work with this project and I want it to make video posts, for example. Okay, and you can have them and you can tell them how many posts to make here, how much of a kind of a delay, and click on start. So you can have multiple groups posting multiple different projects at exactly the same time. How cool is that? It is really, really cool, guys, especially when you start working with it. But as mentioned, I don't really rely on this section here too much because I like the auto actions and the nurturing of the accounts. Okay, so I'm going to uncheck these because I don't want to work with these. I'm going to say I want 2 posts on here, and I'm going to say, okay, give me, I don't know, a 2-second delay, and let's click on start. So what's happening now is the software isn't going to just log in to Tumblr. It's going to first check to see if there's a session that is active. If the session is active inside of Tumblr, it's going to go ahead and go and post to it without even logging in. So you might have noticed down here, it didn't even try to log in. It actually gave us an active session. So this is complete here, guys. And we were able to go ahead and post to them. Okay, what we can do now is go over to manage our account manager. We can click on view reports. Okay, and we can click, what Tumblrs did we post to? Oh yeah, it was a new import, wasn't it? Okay, we can click on view report, we can click on Tumblr, and we can click on import Tumblr, and we can click on filter. And as you can see, we've got 2 posts down here, and they're posted just now. I can click on one of them here. Okay, and here's the actual image, guys, and as you can see, it says WP video sites for auto video sites creations, yahoo.com. and if I click on this image, then this image will also go over to yahoo.com because it is a click-through link. And if I go over to this one here, guys, that was the one that I just went to. If I go over to this one here, though, then this is the one for WP SERP Fuel. So anyway, guys, it looks a little bit weird, but the reason it looks a little bit weird is because of the way the actual theme inside of this account is set up, guys. Okay, but as you can see, if I click on it, then I'm able to get navigated over to Google. Okay, so that's brilliant, and that's exactly how it works. And what I should mention as well, guys, is let's go ahead and delete these as well. So I'll click on delete selected, and as you can see, we've got a status down here telling us that it's getting deleted, and it's saying it's deleted. So if I click on here now, it shouldn't exist. Okay, but it still does exist there. Let's go down here and have a look. Okay, so these look like they're still okay. Let me click on filter again, and how can I go back to those URLs now? I can't go back to those URLs, but what we can do is we can actually go over to import Tumblr. We can open up the manual browser now. I think I had to click on filter before those got deleted, guys, but it might be that, you know what, that isn't the case. Okay, so we can go ahead and look at the actual post or the actual blog here. Let's give it a couple of seconds to load. Again, guys, we're working behind a proxy here, so it can take a little bit of time. Okay, looks like this one's taking quite some time here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so there we go. There's the WP. Oh no, guys, this is one that I posted before. So I think this might actually have deleted it. So what we can do is we can actually come along here and we can take the post URL and we can go and visit it. Yeah, it has actually deleted it, guys. Okay, so as you can see, the last post down here was here. This isn't a post down here. Okay, this is a post that was made before. It's very difficult to see because I've made these posts over and over again. As you can see, there's no google.com there. If I click on this, it isn't a click-through link, guys. Okay, so this was an area where we were testing before. So that link, it has actually been deleted. Okay, we had to just wait until the software, or until I clicked clear. Or filter again. So as you can see on here, you can't see that image on here. You can see this image here. You can't click it. You can't see the Yahoo link that we had before, guys. And the reason behind it is because this was posted before, guys. So yeah, it is deleting them. You just have to give it a little bit of time before it deletes it. Okay, let's go back over to projects and let me show you other things that you can do on here as well. So you've got Twitter projects as well, guys. Now you don't have to go over to Twitter projects and then click on Twitter projects. You can just come along here and say, okay, Twitter projects, and you can go ahead and create some more projects. You can also come along and edit these projects. As you can see down here, guys, we posted 2 images. Those images are gone now. Okay, so from the projects file, those images have gone. This allows us to keep track of the posts that we're posting and the posts, so that we don't duplicate and post again. Okay, you can add videos inside of here as well, guys. Add video, YouTube videos, 1 per line. Captions work exactly the same as captions inside of images. If you want to add new lines, add the short codes. Okay, and that's all there is to it, guys. And you can import them using a sample CSV file. Let me just close this and press that again. Okay, and that would be adding your captions down here, so your captions for your videos, and then your YouTube URLs down here, guys, and the software will automatically work for you and allow you to post and embed videos to your accounts as well. Okay, now let's have a look at Twitter real quickly. So Twitter tweets, we can call this test tutorial again. Okay, so you can have tweets on here, guys. Maximum characters, 280 characters. You can have hashtags here, separated by a comma. And again, these are general hashtags for all these tweets if you are going to use this. If you don't want to use this, guys, and you want to be specific with your hashtags, then add them inside of here itself. Okay, and you add them one per line, guys. So this is my tweet one, or one, for example. Oops, 1, 2. Okay, and you click on save post, and you can have a I made a total mistake, guys. You can have up to 280 characters, guys, and your tweet is going to be on the one at a time, guys. Okay, so this is going to be your tweet here. Click on save. Down here, click on save, and you're getting new tweets added in here all the time. Click on save, and these are all going to be your tweets, for example. Okay, so I'm adding my tweets down here. What you'll notice as well, guys, is the character limit goes down. So let's just go over the actual character limit, because Twitter has actually updated how many text you can have. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to the minus, so that's going to tell you that, you know what, there's too many characters here. It's going to let you save it, but it's going to chop it up before it gets posted to Twitter, guys. So I'm going to actually delete that one there. I'm going to delete that one there as well. I'm going to delete all of these down here, guys. Okay, let's go over to image tweets. So again, image tweets, you can load single images, you can load a folder of images, or you can load images from a CSV file. When you load images from a CSV file, guys, you don't have a click-through link with Twitter. So we need to update this file, or you just have to ignore this file down here. Okay, so we'll get this updated. I believe there shouldn't be this down here, so we shouldn't be having a click-through link down there. So yeah, you can add a caption and you can add your image location, and that will allow you to add images on there as well. What we'll do actually is we'll add a bunch of images down here now. I'll actually show you how this works. So again, what we can do, we can just click on Save Posts. I need to add some captions down here, don't I? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go ahead, and they're not going to save without captions, guys. So I'm going to just go ahead and add these down here. Click on Save Post, and then I'm going to go ahead and change them over down here. So I'm going to say WP Serp Fuel. Okay, so I'll just actually change WP Serp Fuel is awesome. WP Serp Fuel. Okay, so this is where I'm adding my own hashtag directly into the post. I'm going to click on Update Post. When I go back up there, as you can see, it's been updated. This post here is about niche genetics. So I'll say niche genetics is awesome. Niche genetics, and I'll click on Update Post as well. So what we'll do, we'll actually just make 2 posts, just because they're the ones that are in here at the moment. Okay, and then again, you can go ahead and make video posts on Twitter as well. Again, 1 video URL per line from YouTube, add a caption for each one, and you're able to actually post them. So let's just go over and quickly test out Twitter. So test tutorials, that's what we're going to be posting. And if we go over to Twitter, we can see down here test tutorials. We can see we've got 8 images inside of here, 0 text and 0 videos. When we go over to Post Manager, we can see our Twitter group here. Okay, if I click on Twitter group, we can see only 2 Twitter projects, My Twitter and Test Tutorials. We'll click on Test Tutorials, and then we've got an option down here. What do we want to post from this project? Text post, image post, or video post? We're going to do image post. We're going to click on Save. We're going to check this here as well, guys. And what you can see, you can actually see brackets in here. Okay, so you can see, for example, this one here, pin 2, has 0 in brackets. What that means is 0 accounts are active inside of this group, so we can't really use that. So let's have a look to see what happens in manage accounts pin 2. So as you can see, they're disabled. If I enable these and I go back over to Post Manager, as you can see, pin 2 now says 2 near it. So it actually tells you how many accounts we have in there as well that are active. Okay, so we've got Twitter 2, we're going to make 2 posts. Okay, they're going to be image posts, as you can see down here. Okay, and I'm going to say, okay, go ahead and start posting. So we're checking the session again first, guys, before we're going to attempt to log in. We don't need to log in, so it's automatically going ahead and making that image post for us. It makes sure that everything is really working in harmony with Twitter and without causing any unusual activity, guys. And it looks really, really cool. Okay, so there you go. We've got 2 posts that have been made. We can go over to account manager. We can go over to view reports again. We can go over to Twitter. Okay, we've only got the one Twitter group. I can click on filter. We've got 2 posts down here, guys. I can click on the first one. This is going to open up, and as you can see, it says WP SERP Fuel is awesome. WP SERP Fuel, and as you can see, this was actually a GIF, guys, that I posted. And we can go ahead and click on the next one, and as you can see, it says Niche Genetics is awesome. Niche Genetics, and again, this was also a what you might call it, a GIF. Okay, and what we can do as well is delete these posts as well. So because these were only test posts, I'm going to click on delete posts, and as you can see, it's deleting. And when we get over to the next one, as you can see, it's deleting as well. I can come along here. Oops, where was that post gone? Oh, there we go, guys. As you can see, tweet does not exist. I don't know if you can see that there, but it says tweet does not exist. So it just goes to show that the tweet has actually been deleted. In fact, what we'll do, we'll click on it from here again now, and it says, sorry, this does not exist. We click on here again, and there's, sorry, this does not exist. When I click on filter, that's when the results get deleted from here as well. Okay, so let's have a quick look at Pinterest as well, guys. Pinterest projects. Pinterest projects, again, this should be very straightforward, guys. You got image path. You can load images. You only had images on Pinterest, guys. Okay, you can load images one at a time. You can load a folder of images, and you can load a sample file of images. You don't have an area down here to choose a board. However, when you import from a CSV file, which is my preferred method, guys. So let's open up the sample file again. As you can see, we actually have a board name down here as well. So we can add a caption, we can add an image URL, so the URL on our web, on our hard drive, guys, the location. We can add a click-through link, and we can add a board name as well. So what I'll do, I'll actually open up the Tumblr test project because it's very similar to this. Oops. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so I've added WP SERP Fuel is awesome. I've added the image URL, image location, my click-through link, and what I'm going to do is add my board down here now. I'm going to click WP SERP Fuel. This is going to be my board. Okay, WP video sites, and WP video sites is going to be my board down here. Now, if I import this inside of the software, let's actually import it. Okay, you need to make sure that the file's closed, guys, before you import it in the software. The software is not going to accept it. Okay, so I'm going to import it inside of here. It will call it test Tumblr images, and I'm going to click on save. And as you can see, it's got a number of things down here. It's got the click-through link down here now, and it's also got the board name down here as well. It's not going to be posted like this. This is just so that the software recognizes that we need to post to a specific board. If you didn't have a board noted down here, and the only way to note a board down here is by importing via CSV, then it's going to be posting, don't forget, guys, to this post down here. So the board text that you have down here, which is going to be the default board. Okay, so this is really cool, guys, and just remember, when you have something like Bitly working down here, okay, so you might have Bitly added to all of your accounts down here. So in your project section, when you're making a post and you're making use of, where are we? Let's go over to nope. Where are we? General projects. Okay, and you're making use of these URL sections, then the URL won't be posted as it is to any account. The very first thing that account will do is when it's posting the project to this account, it will check if it needs to be, if the URL needs to be shortened first, then it will shorten the URL and then make the project post. And then it'll do exactly the same with this one and any other ones that you're posting to as well, guys. So this is how you can work with the post manager, and this is how you can work with the project manager as well. Just remember, guys, you can have multiple groups posting at exactly the same time. You can have all of the groups set up to perform different types of posts and project posts, image posts and video posts, and work with different projects as well. But just be sure that you always have enough images and text and videos inside of the projects to actually make them actions. Now, I will see you on the next video where I'll be showing you the separate actions you can perform that are specific to the actual social media sites themselves.